Hello, hello everyone. I am so excited to be here with you today. It is the first day of our Facebook challenge here in our group. My name is Elizabeth Morais and I am so excited to welcome you all here. I am going to wait. Usually I don't wait. Welcome to those of you who are coming on. Usually I teach people don't wait, just get back and get right to your message. But today, since we are doing this as a group, I definitely wanted to make sure that we have people on so we don't have people missing, excuse me, who are excited about being part of this challenge. So as you're coming on, because I see people coming on, please introduce yourself. Tell me that you're here and where you are. Hello, Ella. Mwah. Good to see you. Tell me that you're here. And also, I would love to know what is one of your biggest challenges around doing Facebook Lives. So, do it. I need to take care of a couple of things. And we are then going to get started, and I'm going to get my glasses on here. Let me just make sure that it is coming up in the group correctly. And we're going to go ahead, but I see that, all right, confidence. All right. I love it. And Ella, in what way is your confidence? I mean, how... Let's see. All right. Hello, Osiris. Good to see you. All right. Perfectly. So I am on. Thank you so much, Ella, for telling me that. I just want to get it onto my computer real quick. And definitely, y'all, for some reason, can y'all confirm? Hello, Nancy. You forget, you're afraid you're gonna feel like, or you feel like you're gonna forget what you're saying. I totally get that. I totally get that. Osiris, I saw that you were on as well, and yay, there it is. Cool. What is one of your biggest challenges, Osiris? And then also what I'm going to do is, if you all haven't done this already, I want you to, I'm going to put this in the top part. Let's see. There is a link I want you to go to, and I want you to download a document, and it's the top 5 mistakes I see people making. Staying on topic. I get ya. I understand that. All right, Susanna, planning and prep to increase confidence would be a huge help for me. Okay, we're going to work on that, y'all. All of these things we're going to work on. But what I was saying is that there's a document that I want you to download that will give you all the ins and outs of doing video in terms of the technology and everything. So I want you to download that. Not that that really... you don't need that right now specifically for, here I'm going to put this in the description of this post, so y'all can always go back and go check that out. But this will just save you a lot of time by getting that. It's my little swag bag. Okay, I put it in the description of the post, so make sure to go and get that for yourselves. And what it does is go over lighting and framing and all of that, which we're going to touch upon today, but I want to get more into the Facebook Live stuff rather than those logistics that you can definitely pick up there. So, biggest thing I wanted to talk to you today, of course, is Facebook Live. And please, please, please make sure you all, if you are watching live or you are watching the replay, please make sure to go and, you know what, actually, I realized, see, this is the power of live. Y'all could probably hear me better now, right? My microphone was way far away. So hopefully you could hear me better today. But in the group today, or in the group, I did a poll and I asked, what topics would you like to do a challenge around? And the first one was doing lives, recording, doing a style challenge, and various things. And there was a tie between doing Facebook Live and recording. And I thought, I decided that I would go first for the Facebook Live, just because this is the reason why we do Facebook Live, at least when I'm coaching people first, is that it is such a great learning ground for you to get confident in what you're doing via video. When we do recorded videos, our perfectionist mind comes into play often, and we'll record for 3 minutes and go, oh, I made a mistake, and you stop and you want to start again. Welcome to those of you who are coming on. Make sure to put comments in, questions in. I will definitely come back, both live and the replay viewers. I will come back and reply to everything. And also, when you hear something, give me some hearts, give me some thumbs up, just so I know that you're here and that you're enjoying what we're talking about. But yes, Facebook Live, and I think I'm going to turn my light down a little bit. There we go. Facebook Live is a great place to get comfortable on camera. And for some people, they'll say, oh, it's a little scary. It's live, there's, hey Larry, good to see you on here, and I look forward to seeing you on Friday. But it's scary because we don't know who's watching, right? In a closed group like this, we're a little bit more aware and we can go, okay, I can do something. But live, you get a little scary just because of the uncertainty. You really aren't in control. But what's great about it is it's an informal place, or the approach to it is very informal. People know you're just going to be yourself. And so it's a place where you can make mistakes and it doesn't matter. And so, I've gone on Facebook Lives where I said, I have three topics that I'm going to talk to you about today. And I'll get to number 3 and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't remember. And then I'll go, oh yes, okay. Whereas, of course, on a recorded one, you don't want to do that. And so then it would be so, frustrating to go, okay, now I need to start over again. Whereas in Facebook Live, it's a conversation with people, and you really can get comfortable being on camera, and you can learn from the mistakes. You can learn how to really think quickly on your feet. And also, it's a place where you then, in doing so, can see what works and doesn't work. What's the cadence of your voice, the strength of your voice, how you're moving, and were there any lull points? Where do I need to bring that energy back up? And, and angles too. We all have different angles that are better. All the superstars, the celebrities, they know what angles are best for them for photography. And so you start learning that just subconsciously, but also consciously. And so during this time, I really welcome you to, or invite you to really just try things out. Try, do it scared anyway, and through doing it more and more, you're going to get so much more confident. And through this week too, we're going to work on, today I'm going to just go through all the different elements of doing Facebook. We're also going to go over what to do before and after, or before and during. Tomorrow we're going to go over what you do after, as well as crafting your message and the structure that's really, or a structure that's really great to use when you're doing Facebook Lives. Thanks for the thumbs up. I think that's Vicky. Good to see you here, and you're doing it again. Thanks. We're also going to go over how to bring your most charismatic self forward that's authentically you. We're also going to talk about the criticism, and thanks Vicky. She said, sounds amazing. Thank you. We're also going to talk about when criticism and the haters come. That's I know, a huge thing that people are afraid of, and which really can often stop them in their tracks. And so we'll talk about that. And then also on Friday, we're going to talk about, sometimes, if we're wanting to stay on brand, we can easily not do a Facebook Live because we don't feel like getting dressed up for it, or putting our makeup on, or doing our hair. And so I'm going to go over some elements of how to stay on brand, but do it in a quick way, so that you don't feel like, oh, I really have something to say, but I'm just not looking like I want to. And because then that's really stopping people from hearing your beautiful message. So let's get started. And my wonderful assistant is putting together handouts for every single day. And so so you will be getting those in. I know, Vicky, she said, oh boy, that's me. your comment about that was exactly why I put that in there. And I see Miyuki. This is going to be awesome. I always feel like a deer in the headlights. We are going to take care of you, Miyuki. Definitely. All right. So I am going to put my glasses on for this part. And so yes, so you will be getting a handout today, later on today in the group for the topics that we're going to go over today. And I'm seeing myself too. I decided in the picture that kind of advertised this Facebook Live, this is what I'm wearing. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to go on brand and I'm going to be the same way. So I thought that was kind of fun. So these are some of the things that you can do that are fun. Okay, so before you get started, let's go over, and you can start writing yourself notes, or if you just want to listen and absorb it, because like I said, you will be getting a handout about this. And all right, hello, Georgina. That will have all this, so you can either just sit back and enjoy it and kind of absorb, or you can take notes, okay? But when you first go live, you always want to tell people that it's coming up. You don't want to just show up. You can, but you're not going to have as much of an engagement. So make sure to post it either, and you need to determine which, hello Darla, good to see you, and I'm excited too. You need to determine where you're going to post. Is it going to be your personal page, your business page, or your group? And wherever that is, be consistent. I really do recommend that if you're in business that you do it, I'll take these off, you do it on your business page. And the reason is because you can always share it over to your personal page, but then also in your business page, you can boost those. So when you see something that has a lot of engagement, you can boost that to market what you're doing, where you can't do that in your personal page. You also in your public or business page, or other people will call it your fan page, you can see the analytics of it. So you can see how many people are watching, at what point of the day are they watching, and where did they maybe drop off, at what point, because you want people to stay as long as possible. And so when doing this, you really want to do it, I would say, on your business page. But if you're like, hey, I'm just giving personal information out, I just want to show people that I'm on vacation, whatever, then go to your personal page. But definitely if you're in business, I recommend doing it there, and then you share it to other places. Something that you can look into is, and I turned it off for this because I didn't want this going out of the group, is a thing called Live Leap. And this isn't in your notes, so make sure to write this down if you're interested. Live Leap is a platform that will simulcast your lives. So you can say, I'll go live in my business page, and then it will go to my personal and in the group. And so if that's something of interest, look into that. And you can turn it off, turn it on. Like I said, today I turned mine off for this. So getting back to really making sure that you tell people that you're coming on. So like today, everywhere I said, hey, we're going live in 35 minutes. Or another place, hey, we're going to go live in 25 minutes. We're going live in 5. Whatever it is, make sure that you announce it. And then also I'd highly recommend doing this on a regular basis. You determine what that is best for you as well as your audience. Right now, I have a TV show. It's called Iconic Live TV. Every Thursday at noon, it's going to happen. And yes, Darla, use Lively. Try it out. And so that way people know. It's just like TV. Every Thursday, that there's this TV show coming on Thursday at 8, whatever your favorite shows are. And if you can't make it that day, then to record it, right? And then you go back. Whereas if the TV shows weren't consistent, you'd be like, I don't know when it is. And then you never really get to watch it because life happens and you let things go, and you forget about it. So the same thing, if you want people to consistently show up and get excited about you, you want to do it at a consistent time. So again, announce it and then do it at a consistent time. Is it once a week? Is it every other day? Is it every day? Whatever that is, find that for yourself. And then you're going to find the best lighting as well for you. And this is why I recommend going back into the description of the post and getting the swag bag or the document that I have that will go over specifically for lighting. But you definitely, because I don't want to keep you all too long here, because I could do a whole training on lighting. But just make sure that the lighting is coming towards your face. Don't let light be behind you. Like, so if there's a window, don't let the light be behind you. Put the light in front of you. And what I recommend doing is getting your cell phone, and you're gonna hold it, you're gonna watch yourself before you go live, and you're just gonna rotate around and see where the best light is, and then stop there. That's as simple as that. And of course you can get into all of the equipment, and again, go back to the document for that, and you'll see all those different pieces of equipment. All right, so also you want to get a really some type of lavalier microphone. And I just want to give you an example. I'm going to take this off. So you can see the difference. So if y'all can hear a difference, let me know either by comment or by hearts. And it usually shows a big difference. And so you want to make sure that you are being heard very, very well. Also use a tripod. I'm using a tripod right now in my ring light, and because if you're holding it, you're gonna get tired. It's gonna get shaky, and this way that it's totally there for you. Also, make sure that your phone is fully charged. Okay, and because I've been in the middle of a Facebook Live and it's died, and you just don't want that. So what I recommend doing is, if you're going to be, like, say, in your office, just have it plugged in. That way you don't have to worry about it at all. Also, I always recommend having an external charger that's fully charged every night, that you then throw in your purse or throw in your car, so that it's always, in case you do, the battery does go low, you just plug that in and you're totally taken care of. Another thing to do is to put your phone on airplane mode, so you don't get any phone calls. And also I recommend going in and getting onto Wi-Fi. That way you have double the strength of your reception. Now, I know you've probably seen Facebook Lives where it's all a little, fuzzy because the reception isn't so great. And you just can't always control that, but that will help with that as well. Also, be aware of your surroundings. Make sure that the background is somewhat on brand if you can, and we can go into that at a later date in terms of how to do that, to define that or design that. Again, the document that I gave you will also help with that as well. But just make sure that it's somewhat on brand, that it's not cluttered, that it's not crazy behind you, unless you are at a live event, where there's a lot going on. There's not much you can do, but just be aware of that. Also be aware of the noises around you. See if you can get into a place where it's not, there isn't too much going on. All right. Also make sure that, when you get started, so some of you might be seasoned Facebook Livers, if that's what we want to call it. Some of you may have never done it. So today I'm just going to go through the basics of just the very, very general basics of how to do that. So what you'll do is you will get into wherever platform that you're going to go. Either it's on your business page or personal page. You're going to put in your snazzy title to get people's interest. You're then going to push go live, but you're not live yet. And so when you do that, once you go live, or say you're going to go live, you put it into your tripod or your selfie stick, and you start seeing, okay, where do I need to be in the camera? And so, like for here, you see the framing that I have. There's a little, well, with my bun, there's a little space, but you want to have a little bit of space above your head, and then space here for you to use your arms. You don't want to be too close. You've seen a bunch of people probably where you just see their face, and it's not always so attractive. And here you can express yourself. People can get to know, like, and trust you better because they see your movement, right? And so you haven't gone live yet, and you just see, okay, let's see where I am. Do I have my sound working? Is the phone charged? Is everything, is it all set? You take a breath. You relax, you get yourself grounded, you go through what you're going to say, and we're going to go tomorrow over the structure of what to say, all right? So, or how to say it and the format. So don't worry about that today. But you'll sit back and go, okay, what am I going to talk about? What's my intention here? And it's always, the intention is always about the people watching, not about yourself. And this is something that will help you with your confidence, is that when we think too much about ourselves and we're too, it's like, I'm so nervous. we're not then focused on why we're doing it and who we're serving, right? And so the moment you think about, okay, I'm going to serve them, it kind of helps you relax. Another thing that I love to tell my clients is to really think about who specifically are you speaking about. That one person, either it's your ideal client that you absolutely adore, or it's a conglomeration of different people that you love working with, or it's a best friend, or it's your husband, whomever it is that you just can feel really at home with and happy with. Like right now, I'm visualizing each and every one of you who is on here today, and I'm like, oh! So some of you I know, very well. Some of you I've never met except for on Facebook, even just late last night. But I can visualize who you are, and I can think about that I'm speaking directly to you, and that just makes me go, okay, it's all about them, not me, right? And then also, if you have a specific person, what I recommend doing is to also maybe print up a picture when you're first getting started. Print up a picture and put it right next to the camera, and just speak to them and just relax. All right. And another thing to think about in terms of confidence with the camera in general is that for some reason people can be amazing public speakers, and they get in front of the camera and they go, and they're afraid. I can't remember who said it. Let's see. Where is it? Sorry. Okay, Nancy said she's afraid of forgetting what you're going to say. And lost my train of thought, y'all. See? Facebook Live. Tell me what I was saying. Shoot. Anyway, we'll get back to that. In terms of who you're speaking to. Somebody tell me. Oh. I remember. See? This is what you can totally do on Facebook Live. Is that you can... and now it just left me again. Oh, thank you, Osiris. Exactly, that's all I needed. One can be an amazing speaker on, live. When the camera gets in front of them, they clam up. And there are all different reasons for this. People think, oh my gosh, I don't know where it's going. It's going to be recorded for posterity. What if I don't look good? Usually I don't look great on camera, just because you haven't learned the angles really, or somebody's not so great of a photographer. But I want you to really think about the camera is your witness, not your judge. Okay, so it's just witnessing where you are right now in your process. And I have a couple people who have given me some being afraid. So Miyuki said being afraid of speaking on video when you're great speaking in front of camera. Remember who your ideal client is and speak directly to them. Thank you, everyone. Definitely. So definitely, those are great pointers, and thank you for helping me get back on into my brain. But definitely, when you are about to go live, ground yourself, think who that ideal client is, speak directly to them, and just remember the camera is your witness. All right? Then next, you're going to click on Go Live. The thing is, you can, before you go live, you can determine what your privacy settings are. So you can either have it public or to your friends or only me. And if this is your first time that, Kim says she loves that the camera is her witness and not her judge. Yes, for me, that was a life changer. So you can change your privacy settings to only me. And what that allows you to do is to go live, but nobody's going to see it. All right. And so that way you can practice, you can kind of get used to the whole system and, figure it out along the way. What's brilliant about that as well is you can, of course, delete it. You can delete any post that you do, but you can also say, you know what, that was a pretty good message. You can change the privacy setting on it, and it'll be then public. Okay, so that's awesome. Then the next step I would do if you are a beginner, and this is also something to think about if you just want a live to go to certain people. You are an experienced Facebook Liver. Again, I don't know if that's a real word. It's my word today. Is that you can invite people. So you go to only me or to I can't remember specifically. When you go in, you can see what it is, but it'll allow you to invite just certain people, which is awesome. So when you are getting started, you can invite certain people on, so that you go, please just interact with me. Because one of the biggest fears that I have found that people have in doing Facebook Live, and for me, you know, before Facebook Live was there, I did Periscope. I was terrified. I'll say an idiot on there. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. But I was terrified because I was like, I don't know who's watching and will anybody watch? And I see that people are on there, but nobody's talking to me, so I don't know who I'm talking to. And that it's disconcerting. And so when no one interacts, especially when you're at the beginning, it can feel very personal. You're like, but I don't know what else to say, and I feel uncomfortable, and are they really getting the message? The more advanced you get, you just know you're on there to get the message, and if people are on there, awesome, that's why you really are there. But at the same time, at the beginning, when no one's there, it's very disconcerting. And just so you know, in terms of live viewers and replay viewers, just in general, always know that your replay viewers are always going to be, the group is going to be much bigger than your live. So for example, I've had about between 30 and 40 people who want to be a part of this group. There aren't that many, there aren't 30 people on today, but they will be coming back. So just be aware of that just in general, for your knowledge, but also money-wise. That's where most of your money, if you're selling on Facebook Live, that's where most of your money is going to come from, okay? So wherever you are, whether it's where you've just invited a certain amount of people or you totally go live and you're just getting started, invite some people to come on and be with you and just say, you know, every once in a while, give me some hearts or comment on things, ask me questions, because when we're first getting started, we're scared to what we're saying, right? And we're afraid we're going to forget something. Whereas when a friend is on there for the first few times, they can say, oh, let me ask you this question. Even if they know the answer, at least the conversation is getting started and you relax more. You're then engaging, and then it's more of a conversation rather than a presentation. I'm giving you information, right? And so get people on there that you know that will interact with you to get things going. One, it helps you relax, but it also helps other people that are who are watching to get moving and get interacting with you as well, because they'll go, oh, I can do that, right? And so just really invite people to come on. And so let's see. Yes. Larry says, fantastic tips, plenty of hearts for you. Thank you. And then Darla said, recently found out that I could invite. So helpful. Isn't that awesome? And hello, there we go. And so let's see. Make sure that your camera is the framing. We've already talked about that. And then big thing I want you to really be aware of. How many times have you watched people doing their lives and they're doing this? Give me some hearts or some thumbs up if you can tell that I'm not really looking at you. Can you tell? You probably can. And the thing is, subconsciously, then people are like, hey, you're not looking at me. So many times, thanks for those, y'all. Look at the difference. It's so easy when we're doing Facebook Lives, especially when we're beginners, is that we're watching ourselves because we want to make sure that, you know, that we're looking okay and that everything's okay in the back. No, the people are watching, you know, your focus is that the people who are watching, not you. You can always go back and analyze yourself, but you don't need to stare at yourself, okay? Because subconsciously then your viewers are going to go, wait, she's not really looking at me. And the way you want to set it up, sound-wise, framing-wise, eye contact-wise, is that they're in the same room. I know, Osiris said he's guilty of that. I used to be guilty of it, and I still sometimes do. I'm like, oh, wait, right? And so you want to make it so that you're almost in the same room. And because when people see you via live or recorded video, they subconsciously feel like they saw you in person that day. And that's why it's so important to get on video as much as you can, because the brain doesn't know the difference. And so they're going to go, oh, I saw her today, right? Look at the camera, okay? All right, so again, before you go live, Ground yourself. Think about who you're talking to. Get yourself in frame. Get your sound right, the lighting right, all of that. Then what I recommend is you're going to push the go live button and you're just going to shift a little bit. I know this sounds crazy, but you'll see, those of you who have not done this, who have not done a live before, there's a countdown, 3, 2, 1. Still, when that 1 goes away and you start talking, sometimes it's not totally live yet. So I don't want you to start talking yet until you see your image moving, because we don't want to lose any words, right? So what I do is I just kind of shift back and forth, and because the image is static. When I see that I'm moving, then I stop, of course, and then I start speaking. Okay? Then you are live. All right? So those are the things you do before. So tips that you do during, real quick, because I don't want to keep you too long today. Today's going to be a little bit longer. You want to introduce yourself right away. And again, tomorrow I will be going over how to craft it. But as people are coming on, you want to welcome them. And thank you, Ella, for putting those comments in there. You want to welcome them by name. And then also ask for hearts and thumbs up. That's a couple of things. One, you want to know that they're there, and also comment. One, you don't want to know that they're there, and you can and welcome the live and the replay viewers. But also, the more engagement that's happening on your lives, the higher you will be pushed to be seen. Okay? But I do recommend that you do not spend a bunch of time, and I did that today just because this is a different setting. It's more of a classroom setting than a message. You don't want to spend too much time, hey, we're going to wait until some people get on. No, the people that are getting on right now need to hear your message right now. Okay? So welcome them, engage with them, and then get right into your message. Okay? And then again, don't spend too much time. So what's so cool about Facebook Live is that you can repurpose it. And if you're spending 5-10 minutes, talking to people about their best friend's sister's boyfriend's cat, it doesn't relate to them. They want to know right away. And you want to be able to repurpose this on YouTube or on Instagram and the like. So don't spend too much time with that. Okay? Do make sure that when somebody asks a question, and I will be going back through, I know that there are a number of comments coming through. I will go back and respond to all of those. But when somebody asks a question or a statement, state the whole thing. Okay? State that, somebody has a question about, well, how do you go live? I'll say, okay, well, how do you go live? Darla says, how do you go live? And then I'm going to answer it. That way people understand what you're speaking about, because they don't always see what's on the screen. Okay? And then go right into your message and give value. Okay? Then make sure that when you are presenting that you have energy, that you're present, that you answer the questions and you're right there with them. And have fun. This is a conversation. This is you want people to interact. You want to just be yourself, and that's how people are going to get to know you. Don't try to be a cookie cutter of somebody else. Be yourself, and the more you do it, the more you're going to find, oh, okay, that's how I can do this. And just really come with a little bit more energy than maybe you normally would in a normal conversation, just because so you don't come flat. Okay? Then you're going to close, and again, we're going to go over tomorrow what all exactly. Ella says, this is a conversation, be yourself. It's a total conversation. And that's why it's so much easier, getting back to the beginning, why it's so much easier to start with Facebook Live, or more beneficial than it is doing a recording. Because with the recording, you don't know who you're talking to, and it gets perfectionistic. When we're here, it's a conversation. And when you're sitting down with a cup of coffee, look at this huge cup of coffee I have today. You have your huge cup of coffee with friends. You're not going to be all scripted and all that. You're just talking, okay? But you do want to close with a call to action. And so what that is, that can either be, hey, like this page, go and, thanks for the hearts, y'all, like this page, or here's this, like I've already given you a call to action. One of them is to go back into the description of the live and get that report or that guide on general video creation. And it can be a link. It can be, hey, you just talked about something that you're selling. go here to go buy it, whatever it is. Give them a call to action. People need to know. I know, Vicki, I am notorious for forgetting my call to action as well. And so but it's really important to do so, okay? Even if it's, hey, go and walk your dog, something. So always give that call to action. And then announce why, when the next one is going to be and what your topic is going to be. That will always make people go, ooh, she or he was really good at this information. I'm excited to hear about what the next one is. And again, really think about this as hosting a TV show, because it really is. This is how people are used to getting their information now. And if you think about hosting a TV show, and don't get nervous about that. I don't want to say that. But just in terms of your energy and who you need to become to really get into what you're doing and feel comfortable. If you think, okay, I'm going to kind of put that on me, that I'm a host and I am giving my amazing information of who I am, and go from there. And my assistant just said that the handout will be ready in 15 minutes, so I'll be getting that to you. She's in Europe, and so we have a time change, so we got a little confused on timing, but you will definitely get that. So really think about how you're presenting yourself, how you are coming across, and as yourself. All right, and I know that's scary. Does anybody have any questions before I get into our challenge? And I will be getting back. Thank you, Ella, for going through and writing the notes in there. But if y'all have any questions about anything, about just the logistics of going live, we went on over what to do before, what to do during, and then you're going to go. All right, so any questions? Y'all I want to make sure to get off, so I am respecting your time. I will go. In the meantime, please write your questions as we leave, and I will definitely come back. So thank you, Ella. She said, you're welcome. So your challenge is to go live today. And I want you to just think of one thing that you want to say, even if you're a beginner and you go, hey, this is my first time going live. Do so, and I'd love for you to do it in the group, but if you're new, do it in the group. If you are more, I don't want to say advanced, but more experienced in doing it, and you're already doing it on your page or wherever, tag me. For this week, I am ready to get to work with you all. I'm ready to coach you all and to really get down in the nitty-gritty of it all. So tag me. If we're not friends already, friend me, and that way it's easier than to tag me. But when you do a live, I want you to tag me or tell me, hey, I'm going to go live. I can't guarantee that I will be able to watch it live, but I will definitely go back, and then I'll interact with the post. And then, unless it's a really long one, up to 10 minutes I can watch. I will interact with it, and then I will message you and give you some pointers, give you some compliments, and go from there. But it's time to get live, y'all. I would say, since you're kind of in the mode right now, go do it right now, okay? And all you have to do is introduce yourself, give a topic of, some little inspiration or any, something that will bring your people value. Or it's, hey, y'all, I am starting Facebook Live this week, and here I go. I hope y'all have a great day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Whatever that is, just get it and go, okay? So, without further ado, y'all have a wonderful day and going live, and I will, in the group, put that document in there again at the top of the description. Make sure to please download that document. That will help you just everything about video, creating video, recording video, all of that. And so that way you have that. And then you also have the notes from today. So y'all, thank you so much for the hearts. And thank you, Dia. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for all of you who have come on today, as well as our replay viewers. Get out there, go have fun. And we're going to have a lot of fun this week, and you're going to learn a lot. All right? Talk to you later. Cannot wait to see these superstars.